everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Just Saying podcast. My name is Natasha Juan. Also, we've got Yusuf.
Wow,
Shukri.
you really need to introduce yourself every time, Natasha Juan.
Why?
Your name is in the logo already. Full on some more.
Jealous.
No. Just want to bicker with you a bit before we start the show.
Yeah, as if we don't always. Okay, today we've got an exciting guest with us.
So who do we have?
Who do we have?
Who do we have? We have a person who is making me feel so old.
Making you feel so old.
But also very successful at the same time. Young and successful. Come on, introducing Mr. Dickson Lim.
Hi.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
If you can introduce yourself, what do you do? And who is Mr. Dickson Lim?
Jackson kah?
Dickson Lim also.
No, Jackson Wang.
It's a Wang.
Hi, my name is Dickson Lim. I'm 24 years old this year. So, I mean, people call me like a fashion designer, but for me, I prefer to call myself like a creator because I just like to create stuff basically.
Create.
And yeah, so I've been doing fashion for around 4 or 5 years now.
Oof.
Yeah, so my brand mission is to inspire the world, and I'm here to elevate the fashion scene to the next level.
Let's go.
Let's go! And congratulations on getting all these celebrities wearing your stuff. Oh my goodness, Bretman Rock, bro.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I knew when Tasha told me that Bretman Rock wore one of your creations. So I'm like, how did he know about you?
Oh, so
First things first. Did you reach out or did he
No.
reach out?
Yeah,
The
how
thing
does this
of-
work?
Damn.
okay, the thing about me is I never reach out to people actually. It's like for me, all I care about is focusing on creating the best work that I can offer, and the rest will take care of itself.
So how did he actually notice your designs? Is it through social media? Is it through your website?
Yeah. Did
How does this work? Like,
did it spread because
yeah.
somebody stole him? I don't know, man.
It's funny because this question is like for you guys, it's like, oh, how does this happen? You know?
Yeah.
For me, it's like it's just very normal already. It's like my everyday thing.
really?
Yeah.
Because maybe he gets like people approaching him. Hey, bro, can you design one attire for me? And these people are all sorts of people, right?
Yeah, usually. So how this works is basically all you gotta do is to create great work and post online, like on my
There you go.
Instagram. That's where my main, my main
Business page.
Yeah, business page. So all I do is I create like I mentioned. All I care about is creating the best design that I can offer, and I post it online every day. I post, and you just get noticed by the right people, basically. And yeah, and when you work with these celebrities, most of them have their own stylist. So usually they don't personally reach out to you, but they will tell their stylist that, oh, I really like this person's stuff. Can you like reach out to them and I want to wear something from them. So it basically works like that. And yeah.
So stylist reaches out to you,
Yeah.
and then you have to reach out to the celebrity.
No, so basically the stylist is gonna reach out to you. They give you all the, I'm styling Bretman Rock, for example, and he'll be attending this award, blah blah blah, and he'll send me his measurements, and I'll send them what I have.
So do you have to like design everything from scratch, or
No,
you
no.
just show them these are what I have done?
This is what I have. Take it or leave it, kind of thing. No, because
I love that attitude.
Because as a fashion designer, every year you create like a collection. For me,
Yeah.
I'm an independent designer, so my pieces are quite limited. So my first one I did like 12. My second one I did like 12. So it's like very minimum pieces basically. And yeah, so this is what I have to offer. And they will ask, and usually the stylist will ask for the lookbooks. So you just send them what you have, and they will pick basically and to see whether the design is available or not.
You know,
Yeah.
we were looking at your page yesterday. Was it yesterday?
Yeah, that's when you
yesterday.
asked me.
Yeah, yesterday. Kan. And then I was like, isn't this the piece that Bretman Rock wore? But it looks different. Because Bretman only wore the outer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
so
And
I
she
was
was like,
confused. I said,
no.
why this one looks so full?
It looks so full.
Because Bretman only wore the cross blazer
yeah,
thing
yeah.
and then the pants, right?
Yeah.
So we went back and forth. Oh yeah, you do.
So how does it feel to, I don't know, probably like you said, it has become a normal thing for
Yeah.
you, for, I don't know, all sorts of people to reach out to you. But maybe when it first happened, like a major celebrity, maybe not a major one, but probably just somebody
Like
people
somebody
known
that wants to reach out
wants
to you.
to wear your designs. Did it feel some kind of an accomplishment or something?
At first, definitely yes. I still remember the first celebrity who like reached out to me. He reached out to me. He actually followed me because when I first starting out, everything is very new to me. So yeah, I did feel a bit like wow,
Yeah.
And then I actually reached out to him and asked him would he want to wear something from my brand, and I said I'll gift you something because at first I didn't know that there's like loaning, renting, all this stuff. I didn't know about this,
Yeah.
so I just offered to give him, which I feel like it's worth it because the design that I gifted him is actually featured in one of Kai from like a Korean band group. Kai from a Korean band group.
Kai from EXO?
Yeah, EXO, yeah.
Kai?
Yeah, so basically they're
Kai?
friends. Yeah, so basically they're friends.
What?
No, I didn't give it to Kai. So basically I give it to like a celebrity in Korea. And the thing about it is he actually have like a TV show. And one of the episode there's Kai.
Okay.
And so when Kai went to his closet and looking at his clothes, so basically the celebrity that I gifted, his name is Jung Nam-bae. I'm not really sure you guys know.
Nam-bae.
Yeah, Jung Nam-bae.
Sounds
He's
important to me.
Yeah. Yeah, he looks important. So he's the first celebrity I gifted something. And in that episode, Kai actually took that design out. And I'm sure he's like, wow. And then he actually mentioned me in the episode. He's like, oh, this is actually a design from a designer called Dickson Lim. That was in 2020, quite a while ago.
Can I?
I'll forever remember that one.
Please do give me the link because I do want to actually watch
Check it out,
that.
Yeah, I'll show it.
Come on, man.
You guys want to see now? But let me find though.
A little lah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll show you guys later.
Yes, please. All right, so I want to ask also, like, how did you all start?
Good question.
How did it all start? Yeah.
Stuck. Sorry.
Okay, so it might be a little bit long though.
It's
Hope you guys
fine,
don't mind.
Time.
No.
Okay.
Podcast can go as long as 2 hours, 3 hours.
This is
For
all
your story,
you,
it's
this
fine,
podcast.
bro.
Okay,
Yeah.
really? Okay, thank you for giving me the time to talk about myself. Okay, so basically, I've always been very ambitious since I was a kid. But one of my biggest inspiration is James Wan.
Oh, yeah?
Kuching.
One, the director.
So
Movie
he's
director.
the reason I actually
Movie producer.
believe in myself, and he's the reason I sort of like dream big. Because wow, it's someone from Kuching can create Hollywood movies. So at first I wanted to make movies. That was my initial plan. My initial ambition is I want to make movies basically. And I always told my family, when I grow up, I wanna be a movie director. And I would go around telling everyone. You can ask all my friends. They all know this story. Is I would go around telling people, like people I just met, I'm gonna be like the next movie director. James Wan? Yeah, I'm gonna be the next James Wan, like that. So that was the first thing I wanted to do. But as I grew up, in high school, as I went to college, it's sort of like reality sort of like set in. It's like, maybe I can't be somebody.
Did you actually try to pursue?
Yeah, I did. I tried to make movies, to do movies. I want to go to like US to study film, blah, blah, blah.
You studied film.
No, I didn't.
You wanted to.
I wanted to.
Uh-huh.
So I just sort of studied like a normal foundation in KL. And during that time, I was still naive. I still thought like I really can be somebody. I really thought I can be a movie director. But then, after I finished foundation, and I was like, studying overseas is not cheap.
Oh, definitely.
Definitely.
Yeah, it's not cheap.
Even starting in KL is expensive.
Yeah, and the cost of studying overseas is not cheap. And the second thing is like, even if you studied in like the best school, it doesn't guarantee that you'll be in the movie industry.
Yeah.
But maybe you might be in, but you won't be the next James Wan. Maybe you just be like like all these hundreds of thousands of people who try to be somebody. You get me?
Yeah, I do.
It's like, and yeah. So after that, I was like, you know what? Maybe I need to pivot.
Reassess.
I need to reassess my future, basically.
Gotta realign this.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, fine. And my parents, my family, my parents always wanted me to be tailors and take over their business. But I don't want to do that because for me, I just find it very boring. I don't want to
Because you grew up around that,
yeah,
right?
I grew up around that. So ever since young, I told my parents I don't want to be a tailor. I don't want to be a tailor.
Both of them are tailors.
Yeah, both of my parents are tailors.
Wow, you
Wait,
must be
so
like
wait,
the
okay, I
best
mean-
dressed.
Not really,
everywhere.
not really.
For,
Mine, I
for
want
some
like this.
context, Dickson is Mr. Formula One's son.
Yeah.
And then your mommy is?
Mandy.
She runs a...
Yeah, like a
runs a
woman's
shop?
tailor. She's quite famous in
Nali.
Kuching as
Oh,
well.
different shop ah.
No, they used to be in different shop, but now they're sort of like merged
Merged.
together. So they're all in like one spot, which is where my studio is too. So
It's a family.
yeah, it's a family
thing.
business, like a family thing.
I mean, since I was young, I've always seen Formula One at Hoppo, bro.
I
Yeah.
know.
I think
Pretty
I've
well
seen the
known
dad.
too.
Yeah, it's very well known. But Dickson, though, like, how did you? Like you said, you wanted to be a movie director and all that, right? But
Yep.
along the way, when you grew up with your parents, both as tailors, did you actually know what they were doing, or did you also practice?
No,
Yeah.
okay, no, I would always watch, because since I was like 4, 5, 6, 6 like that, I would always follow my parents to shop. So I would always watch them work, watch them like cut the fabric, cut the pants, do the, especially for my mom, she does the beading and the workers would do the beading, and I would always be there to like disturb them, annoy them.
ah.
And yeah, when they do stuff and I would like, like, I don't know, the beading, I would just like push it away and then have to
Naughty
restart.
boy.
Yeah, like very naughty. That's how I do. But they don't hate me because I'm very funny. Yeah, I'm very funny.
Okay.
I'm really funny,
Very cute.
okay?
This is-
Yeah. Okay, so they don't get pissed at me. Okay, let me get to the... Okay, so in college, I just thought like, you know what, maybe I have to give up this movie dream and just be a tailor, basically. But I find tailor boring. So what I did was, how can I make tailoring interesting for me? So what
How
I...
do you elevate?
Yeah,
tailoring?
and during that period, that's where like all those Hypebeast people, the
Yeah,
sneakerheads.
This was what year?
In 20, this was in
2015,
2016.
2016,
2016 or 17 like that. Yeah, they were still in high school, and that's when like you get the Hypebeast stuff.
Yeah,
You get the Yeezys, yeah, and stuff, and I really like those. And when Virgil, Virgil Abloh, he's like the
Yeah.
founder of Off-White. So when he sort of like became the creative director of LV, I just thought that was very, how to say, it's like wow, and it's very unexpected. And when I saw his pieces for LV, I just thought like wow, like fashion don't have to be just like Yeezy shoes like that. It can be like more than that. It can be suits. It can be like a whole aesthetic,
Yeah.
So I was like wow, I really love that. And then, so I just find tailoring very boring. So I was like, you know what? I can't afford LV suits, but I can learn to make suits and I can recreate that. Yeah.
Nice.
So wait. Before we go on to your recreating apa attires and whatnot, all these garments, kan? But
Yeah.
do you already have the skills?
No,
Did you?
not at all.
Yeah, that was what I wanted to know.
Yeah.
Zero. I had zero
Plan
skills.
to recreate, but no skills. So you
So
just
when
went
did
ahead,
the
Got?
when did the crash course begin?
So after I finished foundation I was in KL Tailors that time. I was like 18. And yeah, I have zero tailoring skills. I don't know how to make anything. I don't know how to make pants, shirts, or the
Anything
suits
lah,
that you all know today.
Even after
no.
watching your parents also.
No,
Because
not
it was
not
just
at
there
all.
to annoy people.
Yeah.
Push all the fabric.
Yeah, so after I finished foundation, I just told my dad, he said, you know what, I'll just learn tailoring, basically. So after that, he sent me to like a seafood in KL. So they do like, basically like tailors, like who's been doing tailoring for like their whole life. So they're very good at it. So I went to apprentice there. Yeah, for like 2-3 weeks.
Just 2-3 weeks.
Yeah, but I remember when I told my parents, I told them, I want to learn tailoring because I want to recreate this LV suit. Yeah. And they were like, oh, you think so easy? Learning tailoring, it takes years to practice. It takes like at least a few years. And I was like, oh my
they
God.
were not supportive.
Yeah, no. I mean,
They were just like saying that it's not going to be an easy journey.
yeah,
Okay.
basically. But for me, it's like no limits. I don't care.
I'm gonna do this.
I'm gonna do this because I don't want to be in KL for a few years. I want to come back to hang out with my friends like that. So what I did was when they teach me, I really absorb it all in my head. And when
Download
they teach
straight
me,
away.
I'm really download straight away. Like, of course, my first few like draft patterns is not the best, but I'm like focused. I'm determined to perfect this. Yeah, basically. So I learned so quick that the seafood refused to teach me further. He only teach me like how to make pants and shirts basically.
What? Why?
Because I'm learning too fast. Because as a tailor, your craft is sort of like your bread and butter, and you don't want to share it with people.
Too much lah.
Yeah,
Can
too
share,
much.
but
Yeah,
not
yeah.
too much lah. Share 50%.
I give you a bit only.
Yeah.
And then the funny thing, kind of like that. But when I was with this seafood, it was during KL Fashion Week season 2019. And 2019, 2019. And so he told me, because during that time I have no experience in the fashion world at all. And he told me that he's invited to attend one of the KL Fashion Week shows. And of course I was hyped. And of course I was like hyped up. It's like, wow, I want to go. Because, because I want to basically show them, I created this myself and I want to show it off to like KL Fashion Week. Because during that time, KL Fashion Week is seen as like the
it thing.
Yeah, the New York Fashion Week of KL, basically.
Malaysia.
Oh, Malaysia.
Malaysia, yeah. So the funny thing is, I actually went to, because I thought, hey, no need tickets, man. Like, can I just go? They're like, yeah, you can just go. So basically, I wore the pants I made. Let me show you.
Yeah.
Luckily, I didn't delete. It's still right here.
That is one of your first few.
My first pants. The first thing I made was pants because I feel like pants I can wear every day, and suits is actually the hardest thing to create when it comes to tailoring. Suit is like the top
Tricky.
class. Yeah, it's a top class. It's the hardest. Takes the longest time to master. But of course, I did it in a few weeks.
Wow. Of course.
Yeah, let me show you. So
Because he slay like that.
yeah, so this was the pants this is the first pants I made like in 2019.
Wow.
Yeah, but
so you went to the
See.
you went to the fashion show. So
This
you
is-
just
no, it's
showcased
interesting.
all of it on yourself.
Yeah, but I haven't got to that part yet. Because
Green though.
green law. Because that's the only fabric I bought at like a cheap store law. It's my first pants. I use it to practice. But this was when I was telling you when I was practicing at the seafood.
So this was
Yeah.
the whole outfit that you used.
the pants I created, and this to me was an outfit already. Basically, at that time, yeah,
so
this was
you
the first
used
pants I
this
created.
to go to your first KL Fashion Week.
Yeah, but when I went there, they said, sorry, invited guests only. Yeah, so I didn't go in. So after that, I went back home. I went back disappointed.
Oh,
I was like, oh my
no.
God. I was like, I thought this is, at least I can be a movie director. At least I can be a fashion designer.
That's like the origin story
Yeah.
of like all these successful people.
It's like you saying no to me now. You wait.
Yeah,
you wait. I will prove
like
to you.
that.
You will
that
want
my
me.
piece
Yeah.
is gonna walk that runway one day.
Not even the pieces. It's like I'm gonna prove to you that one day you will want me there.
Yeah, kind of. So after that, I went back disappointed. So during that period, I only know how to make pants and shirts.
Like t-shirt.
No, not
Button.
t-shirts. Like button-up shirts.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, so as I mentioned, the seafood refused to teach me any further. So what I did,
Cannot reveal who this seafood is.
I mean, if I tell you, I don't know who he is. Yeah, and after that, I told my dad, he don't really want to teach me anymore. Then my dad moved me to another seafood. This guy is the real deal. He's like a very old. He's like maybe I would say 60 plus now. So this seafood is the one that motivated me to pursue fashion actually, because. And the first suit I made is not the suit you see at Formula 1. It's not like the classic suits. So the first suit I made is already like the crazy ones. Let me see if I have a photo. Oh yeah, I got it. Okay, but so basically, I went to this seafood and my family wants me to be a tailor.
Okay.
So when I showed them the things I create, like the crazy pants,
So they
I
were
created, they were like,
quite
what are you? What?
convinced,
They were against it. They were like, why are you creating this
Against?
kind of stuff? Nobody want this. Yeah, they were really. I mean, but they're like that, basically.
Maybe they're just stuck in their old ways because they don't know.
Yes, and
they
I
know what's
don't-
in your head.
Yeah.
because you're heading to the future.
No lah, because they probably were during their time the fashion was different.
They're brought up differently.
Yeah.
What was in trend was different.
Yeah.
So maybe they
No, it's
couldn't
just they don't
understand.
understand. It's different things,
They
you
couldn't
know?
understand the trend
Yeah.
now because
Yeah.
it's a bit. How do I say anti-fashion in a sense? Anti-traditional.
Yeah, anti-traditional.
Yeah, it's definitely not traditional what he's doing.
and it's different. And they've
Too
been-
different maybe.
Yeah.
But what do they think about it now, though?
Of course now they're proud of me, but at first they're really against it. And it's not like again, it's like really like, why are you doing this kind of
Yeah.
thing? So I would get lectured by
Why?
it's you know.
But it's a very Asian thing, you know.
Yeah, it's a very
once
Asian
they
thing.
see that, a lot of people like and then suddenly they're like, oh, 真强啊,
yeah, basically.
什么itu?
It's just like, oh no, I mean like usually Asian parents they would be not doubting lah. It's
No,
more like
they just need you to prove it lah.
yeah, they just need you to. They just want you to. They just want you to be successful. So once you finally show it to them, and they see that other people say, "Oh, okay, you know, he's actually on the right track."
Yeah.
Yeah, and then that's where I think, do they after that slowly try to understand what you do and how you do? Do they ask you?
Yes. After they see how determined I am with what I'm doing, basically. Yeah.
Of
So
course, you did not succeed in your first or second or even third attempt, kan?
actually,
What
I
did
did.
you?
I did. No, my first. I remember because
The flex is real, bro.
no, because the first time I only learned how to learn shirts and pants with this Sifu. And then when I went to this Sifu is the one who taught me how to make suits. Yeah, but he only taught me how to make like the basic, how to draft like the basic 2-button suits, basically. And this Sifu knows that my family are sort of like against crazy stuff. But my Sifu encouraged
you.
me and said, don't care about what your parents said.
Yeah.
Just do it like that. He's the one that really, without this Sifu, I would say there's no Dickson Lim as well.
So he's the one that motivated you the most. Wow,
Yes.
what a
he's
story.
He's the one that motivated me and encouraged me to pursue. I mean, wouldn't say pursue to be a fashion designer, but to be different, to create something different, something that's like out of the norm, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm really grateful for this Sifu because without him, I don't think I'll be where I am today.
Okay, so we've talked about all the good parts though. What are these struggles?
Wait, before we move on from the Sifu.
This guy like to interrupt everybody.
No, I want to ask if this Sifu, can we know who he is?
Yes, definitely.
The new Sifu, is it?
Yeah.
Let me see if I have photos. Let me see.
Is he quite well known in the industry?
No, not well known at all. Very low key. Low key.
But full of knowledge.
Yes, definitely. I'm full of like tailoring knowledge lah. Yeah, but I can't find a photo of him. So basically,
What's his name though?
his name is Nam Sifu.
Wow,
Nam
Nam
Sifu. I call him
Sifu?
like Sifu. Like when I call him Sifu. Like that. It's like master in Chinese like that.
Okay.
Yeah. So and then the funny story about when I was like learning how to make suits with him, and he would like I learned it for like he taught me how to do a pattern in the day, and I pick it up straight away. And he trusted, and in just like 3 days, he trusted me to like handle the customer suits basically because it's basically like a factory, like
so
a very
you-
not nice place. Yeah.
So
a
he
very
took over, huh?
not take over lah, but he let me handle one of his client's suit basically. So I draft the pattern, I sew the fitting, and I was so proud of it. I was like, I show it to my dad, like WhatsApp. I was like, Sifu let me to like make a suit like that. Then and he was like, why are you blah blah blah? Why are you creating this? Because it's really it's for like a fat guy. So but I was wearing it. Then he was like lecturing me like, why are you creating this kind of stuff? Then I was like, oh my God. I said, the Sifu trusts me enough to handle a client suit. And it's something I'm proud of. And instead, I get lectured again.
Aduh.
So it just kind of like really annoys me. So, yeah. And then and my Sifu knows about this. And before I left, that's when I made the first suit for myself. It was this one. Yeah.
For yourself, as in you were the one wearing it
I'm
out.
the one wearing it. It's like this one. This was
Is it to a fashion show?
No, I just wear it something for me to keep, basically, because I really thought when I go back to Kuching, I'll literally be a tailor, be at shop, like sit there, wait for clients to come, measure. I thought I'm gonna live that boring life for the rest of my life, basically. but I didn't.
Set this out.
Yeah. This was the first jacket I made.
Wow.
Yeah, this
look at that.
was inspired by the LV jacket that I told you about.
Ooh,
Yeah, so
looking sharp.
so this is the suit that I like, and this is the result. It looks very similar, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so this was the first suit that I made that proved to me, suit don't have to be just like the traditional one. It can be as crazy as I want it to be, And then so I went back to Kuching. I studied business in Swinburne. Yeah. So I was studying Swinburne. So I was working for my dad as a tailor and studying at the same time. So I would go to school, and when there's no class, I would go to shop and work and practice my tailoring basically. And I don't know, it feels like the universe is aligning for me. And when I was back in Kuching, the founder of KL Fashion Week actually came to Kuching to present a talk, basically. And I went there wearing. And as you guys know, I got rejected to enter KL Fashion Week.
Yeah.
When I was in KL.
Tell him
And a
that.
few weeks later, the founder of Fashion Week came to Kuching to give a talk. So it's like, wow. It's like the universe giving me a sign. I just feel like, yeah. So I thought like, this might be my chance to prove, to be something more. I don't want to be just a tailor. I want to be something more.
Yeah.
So I went to that event wearing the suit I made, the pants I made, and it's right here. So this was the event. It was in 2019.
I feel like
everything happened. Yeah, this was the suit I made.
Dixon came prepared with all these photos, man.
I mean, I didn't. It's just on my phone. Yeah, this was the suit I made. And when he saw me, he said, "Wow, this is very different." And he gave and the funny thing is there was a lot of fashion designers there, like those who graduated from fashion school,
schools,
those who are still studying in fashion school. They were all there sitting around me. And they all brought their portfolios. I mean, I kind of did too. I sort of like printed my stuff and I brought it there. And when Mr. Andrew sort of like walked past and he saw me, he's like, "Wow, this is like very different." He's like, "Wow,
What you wearing?
this is exactly what I want." He was saying this as what.
Oh damn, that's a big compliment.
It's definitely
That
a
is
big compliment.
compliment.
And during that time, I was just studying business in Swinburne, and yeah, so I'm not tapped in the fashion world. Basically. And he gave me his name card. He's like, "You know what? Why not you, like try to design something for me, like 30 pieces." And let's see if you
30
got it.
pieces.
30 pieces. And during that time,
How long? How long
I
do you have
think
it
in
got?
like a month or two, if I'm not mistaken.
Whoa.
A month or two.
Okay. And
Was
then what
that
happened?
enough time?
And of course I said, "Give it to me. I'm gonna do it." And I didn't tell him I'm not a fashion designer. I didn't say I'm just a business student. I didn't say I don't know how. I was like, this is my chance to prove to my family, to prove to the world that I can be something more. Yeah. So I mean, I can't be a movie director, but being a fashion designer is not that bad either.
You never know. Your clothes will be in
I was about to say
the
that.
movies.
Yeah.
One day,
Has it? Has it?
Wait. No, but just red carpet stuff. Yeah.
So already a good
but
start.
who knows?
That's
After
not-
my fashion stuff, if I really got big enough with my fashion brand, after that, I want to be a movie director.
Why
Back
not?
to square one. Back to square one. Yeah, I want to
Yeah.
be. That's actually my main goal. Even like the things I do now, fashion. I have to edit a lot of videos. I have to think of like reels. How to do the scripts. So it's not on a movie scale, but it's something I'm still practicing my craft.
Betul,
when the
faham?
time is right, I'll show the world like that 12-year-old.
Maybe you can do exactly what you did. Like, go audition. Don't say that you're a fashion designer.
Yeah.
Just nothing. Like, I'm just Dickson Lim. And then
Yeah,
next
I'm
thing
gonna
you know-
do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm
Yeah.
gonna do it. That's my next goal. I actually have my.
You want to be a director, not the actor.
No. I want to create movies basically.
You want to be the control, the one who like sets up everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, back to my question just now. What
Okay.
is the struggle though, being a Malaysian designer?
Oh yeah, the struggle. Sorry. Okay, the struggle. Okay.
He's so relaxed.
Yeah,
He
you
melted
can be
out.
real about this, because we really want to know what goes. Because I'm not really always in the
Okay,
fashion
but I
scene.
can't, let me just establish what I know because I'm friends with certain designers and they struggle a lot. They struggle a lot to gain traction, to gain a good customer base, especially in Sarawak or whatnot. So how do you see that struggle and how do you actually transcend from that struggle?
That's a very, very good question, because that's the struggle I see a lot of fashion designers facing as well.
Correct.
Not just like the starting out one, but like the ones already have like a
Years and
have
years
a
of
fashion
establishment,
brand. Yeah. So one thing is, in Malaysia, it's also like the culture here is not very like fashion forward. They're more of like, wear a t-shirt,
Keeping up
sweatpants,
with trends.
good to go. Yeah, they're more very. I mean, even if you wear the craziest suits here, where are you gonna go?
Yeah.
So so the first thing that you have to tackle is you have to go international. You cannot just focus on Malaysia unless you're like a Malaysian fashion designer where you just create like baju kurung, baju
Betul.
Melayu. Then yes, you can definitely like
We'll have
get
a
your
market for
here.
that,
Yeah,
yes.
market for that here.
Modest fashion.
Yeah, that's why I see a lot of Malaysia like the how to say, like the Malay fashion
What was
designers.
that? Bulan Bintang,
like
all these, Rizal
Zaini.
Man.
Yeah.
It's like they focus on the how to say, the Malaysian market,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
they do like the more of like the dresses,
All the kebaya,
Yeah,
all the
but-
jubah.
Yeah. But and like for me, it's like I do like more of like the how to say, like avant-garde suits, pants,
Yeah.
like very
extra.
Yeah, and I remember when I started my brand, one thing I know for sure is people will see my brand DL next to LV. It's like when you put it side by side, it's on the same level, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yes,
Like on the
yes.
same level or maybe more, kind of thing. You know?
Yeah.
Because if you don't have something new or very exciting, why do I still exist?
How do
know?
you stand out, right?
Yeah, how do I stand out? Basically, you're just gonna blend in. So the struggle, definitely finding a customer base is definitely hard. And that's why I would say like fashion design. I would say, like, honestly speaking, I wouldn't say it's for everyone, kind of thing, because you really it's hard for me to explain too, because you really just gotta have it, or it's something comes with like your own unique taste. You either have it or you don't, kind of thing.
It's like it's like singing lah. You either know how to sing.
You mean you talk about talent? You're
in
talking
your
about
own-
talent, is
yeah,
it?
yeah.
Okay. I wouldn't say it's like talent too, because it's sort of like talent is crafted from like hours of dedicated work
Correct.
towards something. It's
Practice.
like doing is like, for me, the patterns I create the same thing over and over again until I achieve like mastery like that. So yeah, I would say talent can be trained, but when it comes to taste, it's like for me also.
So what are you, a genius?
No, I wouldn't say
No,
I'm
he's
a
right.
genius.
You know, like somebody could be dressed from head to toe in LV or whatever, bling bling. But if you know what I mean. Like when you see, it still doesn't fit.
Yeah.
It's still you still wouldn't even say like wow.
Yeah.
You still like okay.
correct.
Macam itu.
Yeah.
Sometimes I
Without
mean,
the LV tag, it wouldn't. It's like, oh, even you know it's LV, like wow,
even
nice.
though
Yeah.
you say even somebody wear LV also look like macam hari-hari
And,
only.
and then some people they wear like no brand nothing also like wow,
Yeah.
so
Exactly.
nice.
Yeah, it's like sort of like the styling and their own unique taste, I would say. Okay, the struggle. I would say I'm considered lucky because like I mentioned, all I care about is creating the best work that I can offer, and of course taking beautiful photos as well. And I post it online, and it just sort of like people relate to it, I guess. And what I do is not something you see everyone doing.
Yeah.
Correct.
So it's like definitely something it's very new, and people love it basically.
I feel like your designs are quite disruptive in the industry itself.
Yeah. Thank you.
It's like there's people who designs the normal things, and some. I mean, like one of the crazier designs I've seen in recent times is the baju Melayu besar-besar, that one, you know.
Oh, the one for the Juara Lagu or something, is it?
I don't know. No. It was just for Raya season. Have you seen it?
Yeah, I
You've
did.
seen it, right? Have you
It's
seen
by
it?
one of the Malaysian designers.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't
I mean,
remember.
it
But I've
is-
seen a few like the besar-besar. I've seen a few. yeah.
besar. The sleeve was gigantic.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean like
I saw.
it looked more like a mascot-ish,
like a
that part,
giant
how?
suit, like
it was
a
just
very big one.
Yeah, that is disruptive, but I feel like the impact, macam, what you gonna do with it? You know, you don't
Yeah.
gain. You just gain virality. You don't gain anything like macam people are interested to kind of
So
like
it-
find out what you design more.
So it's not
yeah.
relatable lah, meaning like
macam
that
you
lah.
just said that it doesn't correlate with what
Yeah,
you do. You
because
just want to go viral.
Oh yes. Because
That
there's
is
two
what
types.
yeah.
One is you create something that's so crazy just to get like clicks. But the thing with that is that you don't create like
not
a relationship.
sustainable.
You know, they see that, oh, okay. Then the next thing you do, what are you gonna do? If you do it again, it's gonna get boring again.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then for what I do is more of like I create designs that's wearable, but there's also like very like wow, very futuristic. Basically, I would say when people look at it, it's always like a wow kind of thing, and it's still wearable.
Yeah, and yours
Yeah.
can be used over and over
Yeah,
again.
yeah.
Just need to change the insides
Yeah.
and dress it up differently.
Yeah, that's my design language. Like when I create something, I want it to be crazy but wearable at the same time. It's not something that
People will look, but people won't
Where?
insult like that. Kah? Is that the concept? Because-
not really.
No,
No, because-
Understand, kah? Like people see, but it looks good. You know, even though it's crazy, but it looks good.
Yeah, it's still
Yeah.
it's
Rather
still like
than-
you know.
Yeah. Rather than
Wearable.
it's
Who's
crazy,
wearable?
but it's like that's too much.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna wear that.
Yeah.
Some crazies are like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's the whole language that he was talking about just now, like, which is great.
Yeah.
You keep that in mind. You
Yeah,
want
definitely.
practicality and style at the same time.
Yeah.
I like
Yes,
the
sir.
way
Yes, sir.
that, like throughout this entire conversation, I love the way that you're just like always in your lane. You're so unbothered by other people else. I want to do this, I do.
Yeah.
I'm not. I don't care about other people's noise and whatsoever.
But do you?
But
No.
in this fashion industry, though, like, are there any like politics?
There is, and the thing about me is, I'm in Kuching. I'm always away from the politics.
So nice. This is why we love Kuching.
So they actually is.
Yeah,
a lot,
there is.
ah.
There's like people. They have their own groups.
Yeah. They don't invite
basically.
this kind of
No,
thing.
when I meet with like the magazine editor, they will talk to me and say, "Hey, I never see you at like fashion event try to mingle with people." I was like, "Nah, I don't do that." Yeah, for me it's like
No need,
I'm
no
always like very mysterious. I'm always not there, and then when I come out of nowhere, it's like I'm always like, whoa, blowing everyone away,
Nice.
kind of thing. And then one of the sort of like how to say, it's like, what do you call it again? It's like I'm using basically like absence law. I'm always absent from everything, so it just sort of create like an air of mystery around me.
Fashionably
kind of
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like very hard to catch him. So if we do,
Usually people are fashionably late.
No lah, I'm just very
He's
I'm just very
fashionably
chill
absent
one
and
lah.
mysterious.
lazy one to lazy
Yeah,
one
nah,
to.
because for me, all I care about is my own brand. I want to create the best brand that I can offer. I don't really compare myself to like other brands.
That's
because,
good.
Yeah, everyone's doing different things, Everyone's on different lane. So I feel like it's like just a very important it's not just apply for fashion, but it's like a life lesson is to like always like how to say like focus on being better than who you are yesterday and don't compare yourself
Exactly.
to others because you're all in different lane,
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's how I see life also.
Yeah,
It's like
that's good.
Yeah, because I'm not competing with anybody. I'm competing with myself.
Yeah, that's the most
Like,
important thing. That's what matters a lot, basically.
Dixon, do you work with someone or do you like
Delegate?
no. Do you bounce ideas with someone? No, you just
No, not at all.
So it just
I work in
happened here?
solitude. Yeah, I work alone. I don't have like a team of like marketing managers, content creator managers. Even my social media, I handle it myself.
Damn,
Instagram.
son.
You take your own videos?
You are a true
I
Gen
take-
Z,
I take
bro.
I take my old videos. It's like currently I'm very busy with like taking photos, creating videos. Like recently, I'm more of outdoor. Usually I'm like at my studio, like creating designs and like tailoring stuff. But because after I launched my collection, so now I just have to take photos of everything. And
And you take your time to do one by one?
no. I try to do it fast, but not rush it at the same time because I want it to be good. Yeah. So the last week, Monday to Sunday, every day from morning to night, because I have a videographer who flew in from Sri Lanka. He really wanted to work with me. At first, I'm not sure because I had to pay him too. Because this was my first time. Like doing like paying for a videographer.
Like outsourcing?
Yeah, outsourcing my first time because usually I just take it myself. My videos I take it in my studio. The photos you see on my Instagram, all are taken by my phone. I just do it myself. Direct the models, teach the models. All I do myself. I don't have any team. One man show.
So how about your models though?
My models, yeah, my friends. And Kuching, it's not very like. There's not like a fashion scene in KL where models are everywhere.
Correct.
And Kuching is like, I have to improvise. And I have like good looking friends and I ask them, you know what, you want to model for me? Yeah, and he's the one, his name is Jensen. He's been modeling for me since my first collection. And the reason I do things myself is because I sort of made a terrible mistake when I first started out my brand. I sort of like spent like a few thousand on like campaigns because when I first started out my brand, I didn't go to fashion school, so I don't know how to operate a brand.
Yeah,
basically.
like you said,
Yeah.
there's renting and what
Yeah,
what other things is
that's
not
part of it. But when you look at like these luxury brands, they have like campaign shoots, photo shoots with
Correct.
models. And I thought, as a fashion brand, I do need that to post. And so basically, I paid like a few thousand to this guy, and he created like the ugliest photos I've
Aduh.
ever seen. And I wasted like, I would say, all of my money on that.
But did you get to like approve or disapprove?
Because the thing about doing a photo shoot is you get the models, you pay them, you get and then they even ask for like a makeup stylist, hairstylist, photographer.
Yeah, it's a lot of money.
A studio rental. And I was like, what? Okay, fine. Because at first I have no experience, so I thought this is the way. And yeah, and then you pay
It
them.
is one of the way.
Yeah, and then now I learned it's only one of the way, and that way don't work.
Yeah.
Don't work.
You mean like the entire thing that he shot was
it's
all
ugly, really ugly.
Cannot
And
save already.
Cannot unsavable, and because you only paid once, and models come in, everything do here straight away.
Oh, done deal already.
Yeah, if like it's bad, then I have to like check kaki lor. Right? Yeah.
Check kaki.
Yeah, it's like how to like.
do kah? Like
no,
that?
it's like how to say.
Bopian
Then it's
kah?
on me.
makan sendiri
Yeah,
already
makan
lah.
sendiri, makan sendiri. Yeah,
already
yeah.
lah. So about this Sri Lankan guy though? It's good?
Amazing. Amazing. He worked with me I tell him what I want, and I trust this guy. This one I actually reached out to him. Because I really like his stuff. And he really wanted to fly in to work with like DL kind of
Yeah.
thing. So I was like, wow, okay, one, I definitely see the passion, but it's just online, talking to him online. So I'm still not sure. But when he was here, when I saw him work, that's when I saw the dedication. That's when I feel like, okay, this guy is worth it.
Professional.
And we had so much fun from morning to night. We were laughing all the way because I told you I'm a funny guy. Yeah, we were like laughing all the way. So we're doing shoots like
Love.
yeah,
Major love.
and that was the best part. So it was like last week. So I was so tired. Yeah. Wait, what was I? I think I sort of like go off topic already.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
yeah.
We always
We're just
do-
having a good time.
Yeah. But
What was
I do want to know, because you seem to be very hardworking, you seem to be very dedicated with your work. You seem
Yeah.
to be spending just a lot of time perfecting your art pula, your
Craft.
Yeah, my art.
Your
Can
craft.
also.
Oh, do you have time for personal things? I don't know.
Oh,
my
man.
time. I mean, you before the podcast started, you said you go work out every day.
Yeah, I go work out.
I mean, that is personal time also. But other than that, I mean, do you
Yes,
do you make
definitely.
time for personal things?
Yeah,
Family,
definitely.
friends, all these things.
After gym, I gym with my friends. After gym, we usually go kopitiam, go drink, go makan.
So your lifestyle's still very chill.
Very chill. I mean, yeah, people would always say, like, yeah, definitely very hardworking lah. Because even in the car, I would do replying people. It's like I would always multitask lah, basically. But the only time I like don't touch my work is usually at night. But recently I have to, because I have to post my Instagram at night. I have to do think of captions, blah blah blah. Is that recently it's a bit more busy lah. I have much less time for.
Are you aiming for
myself.
something? Is there a goal to
Yes,
be
there's
achieved?
definitely a goal. So the goal I want, the goal I want is not to be like the biggest fashion brand in the world. The goal I want is to be, you guys might find it cringy lah. Like I want to be like financially free. I don't want to have like money problems, because for me, I don't think about, oh, my parents gonna help me or whatever. For me, I think about this is my future. I want to build something for myself. Like I want to build something that I'm really proud of, basically. So right now, yeah, that's sort of my goal.
That's the gig.
And when you talk about like being stressed about my work, I do get stressed about my work all the time, but I do enjoy it. It's like I don't see my work as work. I just see it as like my passion, like that. That's something I enjoy doing every day. I don't think about it as like, even when my friends see me, they're like, wow, what the fuck? It's like so stressful. Why are you doing? It's like they can't.
They don't understand
yeah.
that, because like for me, even myself, I mean, I couldn't. Work is work. It's not something.
Do you find all these, like, because I see you love your job so much, like
Yeah.
you say busy, also you love it. I find that you're the type of person who, the more something comes in your way, the more determined you are in moving forward. It's like, oh, you know, like when you, what happens when you reach a roadblock, like mentally?
Do you even?
I do, of course,
Yeah.
of course. There was a point in time where I feel very lost. Like, it's like, oh, you know, why did I even start my brand? Like, I don't think I'm gonna make it. I think I'm just gonna fail. I think I'm gonna be irrelevant.
All the self-doubt.
Of course, the self-doubt definitely comes because that came because I sort of forget the reason why I do what I do, as in why I started my brand in the first place, what my brand stands for. And when you have that roadblock, it's just like an action signal that forces me to reflect, to think, okay, what DL stands for. Why did I start it in the first place? It's just a lot of reflecting. And then now I'm like very clear on my brand mission because DL is here to inspire the world. It's kind of thing. It's just
Let's go.
Even when you feel down, it's just your mind or your body telling you that something needs to change. Something's
true.
off. That thing that you need to work on.
Got to do something about it.
You got to do something about it.
And usually those things, like sometimes when you wake up in the morning, you're completely fine, right?
Yeah.
It's like the night before, maybe you overthink.
Yeah.
And the next morning you have a clear vision. Let's go.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, sometimes it do happens like that too.
Yeah.
Dickson, I personally have an opinion about influencers becoming models these days for brands. I'm sure that now that you've been in the industry for quite some time, do you find this a bit not nice for the industry? Because we have models too, and influencers, models, we have standards of models. Of course, nowadays sizes are more inclusive in that sense. But what do you think about influencers being models, and also celebrities? Like, for example, like, I don't know, let's pick an example. I don't want to pick Lisa. Lisa is too big. Celebrities trying to endorse some fashion brands and make it a thing. I don't know. I don't feel like it's nice because I feel like models should be given the chance because models are models, Models are there for you to...
It's like the same situation where like a movie gets bashed because they use a TikTok influencer as an actor.
Something like this.
That. Is
something
it?
like this. Yes,
okay.
exactly.
Okay, because when you look at it, it comes to like the value they provide.
Correct.
For example, you go to a movie, the reason they pick, for example, Edison Ray to be in like the movie, what's the movie called
I watched
again?
that movie there.
Yeah, what's the movie called again? Thanksgiving. It's like the reason is because,
yes, that one.
okay, for example, if that movie without Edison Ray, it might just be, but with Edison Ray and her following, it gains all of her, not just Edison Ray, but all of her following
Correct.
to come to see the movie. So it comes to the value they provide. And when you talk about like influencers becoming model, it also comes to when this influencer become a model, for example, the brand will get their fan base kind of thing. And as you see now, models are becoming content creators, celebrities are becoming content creators.
Yeah.
So I don't feel like me labeling myself, I'm a professional model, blah, blah, blah. Because I feel like in today's world, I feel like it's very important for you to be flexible and for you to adapt to what the world wants now. They basically, everyone wants a content creator, but the core thing that they want is value. It's like, what can you provide for me? Like, for example, LV, if they, like, for example, Celine asked like Lisa to be their brand ambassador. What they really want is not just Lisa, but Lisa's fan base.
Value.
It's like because it's sellable. She sells.
Yeah, it's sellable. Basically, that's what everything is business. Yeah, because this one thing I see is like, it's like when you remove all these celebrities, content creators, everything is business. Everything comes to money.
That's very
When you think about it.
So
wow.
will you be, so with that said, will you be, I don't know, hiring
I did.
influencers already?
I did. When for my show in my my latest show at Mercedes next year, I invite you guys.
Yeah.
Wow, thank you.
Next at Mercedes, and what I did was I actually invited one of the influencers, like Miss Puyi.
Yes.
Miss Puyi. Yeah. So I didn't have high hopes, but for me, of course, if you never try, the chances are zero. If you try it. If it didn't work out, but if it works out, then
It's good
it works out for me. I reached out to the manager and said, I would love to invite Miss Puyi to come and attend my show. Just watch. Just come and watch. And basically, and I said I would love to custom something for her. And so when you look at this, it's like, okay, because it's Miss Puyi, she's one of like the
biggest,
one of the biggest, I would say like the biggest influencers in, I want to see like a DJ influencers in Malaysia, and she have like one of the biggest following. Because when you look at her engagement, around 500,000 likes per post. You don't get that for any Malaysians, not that I know of.
Yeah.
Even you get say the celebrities, they get like 6 million followers.
Yeah.
When you look at the engagement, it's like 10k likes, 20k likes.
Maybe I'm so Jen can get that kind of engagement as well.
So when I reach out to the reason I reach out to Miss Pui is not just because of her. I can pick anyone.
Yeah.
But the reason I pick Miss Pui is because when I look at her, I find her very similar to me because she really have that drive for more because she's already so successful. And what I see her doing is she still wants more. That's something I really admire. So that's why I reached out to her. And her manager said yes because I told her the reason I asked Miss Pui instead of, because I don't ask like 100 influencers and hope to get one. She's the only one I
If you want one, you get her.
Yeah, she's the only one I want. Oh, that's not in like a romantic way.
It's fine.
Yeah, I reached out to the manager and the manager was like, wow, I really like the idea. And then when I showed him my work, then it's like, okay, fine. Then of course, when it comes to asking her, so the manager negotiated with me. Then I was like, is there, and I told her something about like, being an independent fashion designer in Malaysia is not easy. And I know her attending the show might not come cheap. And then I said, what is there anything that I can provide that, both of us can find it to be like a mutually beneficial collaboration. So that's very important too. When you talk about the struggle, you also have to, that's the thing. When it comes to like fashion designers, all they care about is creating designs. But it's not that. That's like, I would say 30 to 40%. Creating design is only 30-40%. But the other 60% comes in business, comes in knowing how to negotiate with people, knowing how to talk in ways that would make people want to work with you. It's sort of like a bit like manipulation, but in like a professional way.
Negotiation,
Basically, you just need to be able to convince them that you're it.
You had to make them do the things you want without making them feel like they're being forced.
True.
But it's also at the same time providing value for them. So this kind of thinking, it took me a while to learn, and I learned all these through like reading like those business marketing books, like those psychology books. That's the place where I find the most value because I actually didn't finish college. I actually took like 2 semesters only, and then after that I just work on my brand.
Well, all these Facebook founders didn't finish also.
Yeah, a lot of people are like self-made.
Hey, if you guys don't mind, actually, can we touch on that later?
Yes.
Yeah, I want to touch on that later because
Self-made,
I find it's actually like a very important thing because people always think, to be success in life, you have to go to school. That's one of the ways, not the only way.
Yeah.
And because when I think about it, we're sort of like conditioned to believe, go to high school, go get a good college, get a good paycheck. But when you think about it, you spend, for example, those who go overseas, maybe almost $1 million ringgit to study overseas. How long are you going to work to make that money back?
Yeah.
See, these are the things people don't really think about. They think about their life, I want to go to the US, I want to live a lifestyle there. I mean, if you're really rich, go ahead.
Yeah.
But if you really want to go get a degree and come back and like get a job, when you think about it, it don't make sense. It really don't make sense. That's something I learned through reading like all these financial books, because these books are written by mostly like the self-made like billionaires or millionaires, and they talk about like the values in life and about like how and about this and the things I just shared with you guys, basically how people go to school. Then they want to get a good job and they think that would be enough. But it's actually
more than that.
It's more than that.
Even someone with a master degree.
Yeah.
They when they try to demand and then the job says, you don't have experience.
Yeah. They can say that.
They can say that. But then
things,
now also a lot of people, they spend their money just because their parents say they have to finish.
Yeah.
They finish and they come back, they
don't do the thing.
They end up starting something else,
That happens as well. And they already with that money, for example, almost $1 million, why not you start a business? If you fail, you can try again. If you fail, you can try again. And that's when you learn in like real practical stuff.
And that's how actually why people those days back then are so people who started big brands, people like Steve Jobs, maybe probably these people they are anti-mainstream. They are so anti-mainstream. They don't want to follow what is conventional.
Correct.
Hence, they want to create something that is above and beyond what is already in the market. So that's why, these days probably there are less. Do you find that now that we don't have big people like Steve Jobs, like in the industry. We don't have those kind of people anymore,
I think we still do though.
There is.
There's more and more.
There's
to be
actually
honest.
more already.
Yeah.
So much that is not that special anymore.
Yeah, because it's just way too much. But
Yeah.
a little disclaimer: we're not saying that you shouldn't stick in school. You should. You should. We're just saying that.
Thank you, Kaka.
Yeah, we're
Thank
just
you,
saying
Cece.
that after school, if you feel that you're unhappy in life, you can still learn so much more. It's not the end
Yeah,
of anything.
yeah,
you
you
can
can say that.
start something new. That's what we're trying to say.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, macam even look at Khairi Jamaluddin KJ. He was a minister before. I mean, he was a lot of things, and then now I think he benefits so much from keluar sekejap.
Now he's podcaster terhangat.
Yeah, podcaster handal di Malaysia. Come
And it's
on.
scary because this, like I said, I am going on YouTube learning about things, mostly also because I find it relatable and also because it works. And all these influencers and motivators are younger than me, probably your age. I don't know, but the way they say, the way, the difference between, I think back in the day, everything was always elongated. Like, you have to read until, just make your point.
Yeah.
And nowadays, because there's so many motivators out there, so much books from everybody to learn from, that now I actually love how we are so psychologically
Psychologically.
healthier.
Oh.
Meaning to say, last time, if we think about a problem, we usually just ruminate in our head only.
Yeah.
Just keep on thinking about it and we feel shit about it. But now when you go on YouTube, there's so many ways for you. Let's say if you're depressed, you can see a video that's gonna undepress you. And then after that, you realize it's a me problem. I can fix that.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
let's fix that.
Yeah. I agree with that.
I agree to also disagree to a certain extent, because that could be a double-edged sword as well.
That's
I
true.
agree with that.
That's
too.
true.
Yeah,
but like everything in life, everything's balanced.
Yeah. So,
Because you cannot, even for me, if I see a video and I see this person talking, I will always do a background check. What have you wrote? What have you this? What have you that? And then you'll see different, some people would agree with her. Some people would say hey, I actually think this. Then I relate more to this person and I go there instead.
Dickson, back to you. How do you view the world now?
Yeah.
How do you view the world? Is it something that you want to take over?
Dixon's world right now.
Okay. Let's not talk about fashion law. But the way I see the world, I would say the world is never fair. So, but the world is not fair. It's not easy. But how do I put it? Let me think.
I mean, honestly, macam for me, the world right now is a bit too much of everything, too much of everything, and I think
Fast.
Very fast.
It's fast
also.
paced.
I honestly, I tell you, I cannot catch up with everything. Hence, I baru learn on how to take my own pace, because my life is my life, my pace is my pace,
Yeah.
So everything is just and talking about when you raise up about unfairness, it's just a whole lot more than before,
Actually, I mean, the world is just as it is. It's just what we choose to focus on basically becomes
Betul.
our world. It's like my world will be different from your world.
Because we have different importance, priorities,
definitely.
interests.
What you focus on becomes your world. But the way I see it is I always see life as something
awesome.
I wouldn't say awesome, but challenging is unfair. That means I have to do whatever it takes to get what I want. Kind of thing. That's why I work my ass off to be wherever I want it to be. I don't rely on people because I just basically just how to say, I just
being just super Mr. Independent ka?
I just wanna
You just want to do your thing.
Yeah, I just want to do my thing. It doesn't matter what the world is doing. What matters is the world I see is how to say. I just want to win in it. I just want to win.
Win.
Okay, I'm curious, man. Both me and Tasha were quite musically literate in a sense. We have our own interests. What do you like to listen to? Do you listen to?
Recently, funny thing. Recently I used to listen to a lot of low-key R&B, not the ones everyone knows, the low-key ones. I have a lot of different phases. Sometimes, currently I listen to a lot of Chinese songs.
Mm-hmm.
And
Sing a bit first.
Let me
Suddenly.
see. Don't lah. Shy.
He's already like, oh, maybe God.
Yeah, maybe God, but I don't want. I want to gatekeep this talent. No, I'm kidding. Oh, but yeah.
Suddenly he started musical.
Yeah, because
Who knows?
Yeah.
He can do whatever he want already now, but
Kan.
but at the age of 24 though, I mean, congratulations. I mean, I respect what you do for yourself and what you do for the things that you want to achieve, and I hope that you will be able to carve the road for many more Sarawakian. And I want to ask this question most importantly. You coming from Sarawak, is it important for you as a Sarawakian to be making a mark in the world? Or it doesn't matter? I'm just another human being, just want to be successful right here.
Let me think. But I feel like definitely there's like pride in it. It's like, you know, when I started out, I really admired James Wan.
Yes.
He was born in Sarawak.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's definitely like an inspiring thing. It's like what I'm doing right now and what I hope to do for others is like, oh, you know, Dickson Lim is from Sarawak as well.
Yeah.
And he can achieve this. So it's just sort of like, you know, breaking the limits. What people thought wasn't like, it was like,
hard to
were
achieve.
impossible last time. And then when someone did it, they would feel like, oh, you know, if he can do it, I can do it too. And
And I love the fact that like throughout this entire episode, I'm very inspired by you because you're just like blazing.
Yeah.
Zoom,
Oh,
you know?
really?
Even
Like-
the way he speaks,
Yeah, it's
like
like,
top speed, let's go, gear number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go.
Thank you.
I'm gonna take this. This is like a Mario. Like
He is very clear on what he wants to do, man. Like you just see the road that he actually, the picture that he drew for us with his words are
Yeah.
very, very clear, and he's just on it.
And that's what I love
thank
about
you.
you because
Yeah.
the
Really?
way I see how you think, right? Like the world's like this. Whatever else that you're not interested in, you just fade to black.
is move out.
Yeah, you just go for like the ones like you just follow the light. I go there,
Yeah.
I go there, I go there, I go there. And that's what I love.
Thank you.
Do you have some people that actually supported you for so long? I don't know. Wait, 5 years in the 5 years in the industry, right? I mean, for example, macam for my career, I have to thank a lot of people because I am what I am today because of a lot of people, you know, including this girl, that guy over there. But do you have a special place in your heart that you will always be grateful for certain people in your life?
The very few people who's like
Yeah.
crucial for you and your brand and your journey.
Yeah. Definitely your sifu lah.
Yeah, my sifu, and I would say my parents as well, because I feel like the reason I am how I am today is because they're very hard on me. Ever since I was a kid, they would always treat me like very harshly.
Like how?
It's like
Like
you don't
how
wanna
an
know.
Asian parent would treat.
Are they
Yeah.
huge on like criticisms? Like would
Very.
they
They
tell
would.
you off?
They would. One of the things that I can share it's always never enough for them. I will always try to do something to make them proud, and they would never be impressed. It's like how when I create something that the designer made proud, they're like, "What are you doing this for? Nobody want this." They're like that.
That's a bit.
And
yeah.
and thanks to them treating me like this, it how to
Build
say
a
it makes
resilient-
me it makes me to
Bulletproof.
crave more. I want more kind of thing. It's also like a double-edged sword, you
Yeah.
can say, because more and more is never achievable. When I got this, I want that. When I got this,
You're
go
never
up.
satisfied, ka?
Big
Yeah,
kawan.
even when it comes to like relationships like that, when you get this, I want more. I want that one. Yeah, so it's like for me, better to just be alone and do my own thing.
For the time being.
Yeah, for the time being, yes. Yeah, because I don't realize when my friend asked me, don't you feel proud of what you did? Don't you feel proud of this? I was like, no. When it's like, for example, after I did this, I'm moving on to the next thing. I don't,
You're already over that.
yeah, I'm already over there. I don't take time to like savor the experience. So it's always more and more and more.
I mean, you'll get there. You'll get to a point one day where you will savor all your hard work.
Yeah,
Don't worry.
where you will
But
sink,
just-
like sip it all into your heart.
Just
Yeah.
let trailblaze the road first.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Be passionate about everything.
Zoom, zoom.
And burn all the roads that you need to. No. I don't.
Don't simply burn people's road.
Just trailblaze. I was trying to say that, but I used the wrong words. Yeah. So Dickson, anything that you wish to achieve maybe in the next 10 years? You're 24 now. I'm 32. I don't know. I think I've achieved some things that I want to achieve already. But anything that you've set your goal, maybe this is just one example that I can like come up now lah. You want to design for Lisa? Is that is that a goal for you? Maybe
means and okay. See, like for me, right? I don't. Okay, so there's two types of things. Let's like how to say? It's like ends. Ends is like, for example, dressing Lisa.
Yeah.
But means is like creating the best design. So all I focus on is on the means. I don't really think about the
who you want to
ends.
dress.
Yeah.
Or like like for example, like for me, I wanna how to say? It's like
Focus on the journey lah.
I focus on the journey. I don't
Yes,
really
there you
think
go.
about the
Destination.
Yes.
destination kind of way.
You're just enjoying the ride.
Yeah. I'm just focusing on the journey. Like, can we give you an example of like how, for example, someone really want to be a musician. It's like they really enjoy. Oh, I want to be on stage in front of like hundreds of thousands of people. But to get there, you have to sacrifice hundreds of hours of singing or practicing the piano, like the boring stuff.
Yeah.
You might perform here, nobody watch my performance. It's like you have to get through that. People love the highs of achieving something, but they don't like the journey. And for me, that's why I do things differently. I don't think about doing like
You
dressing
don't,
Bretman
you don't
Rock.
set your mind like that.
Yeah, I don't set my mind like. I mean, I used to, but through like reading like all those like business psychology book, it sort of like changed the way I think about stuff.
Can you share with us like a few of the books? That
Yeah,
have
definitely. I would
helped
love to
us?
share because actually that's the place where I find the most value, the most things that I like. That's where I learn the most. The things I apply in my business. It's all through reading. And buying one book is like $70, $80. And when you go to school, you have to pay like 10K, 20K, 30K for one semester.
Correct.
It's like when you buy a book for like $80, the value you get from it
Is
is
crazy.
like, it's like, how to say, it's like priceless.
And you can read it over and over and
Yes,
over again.
yes,
So give
yes.
us a list of the books, or at least the one that stand out and resonates with you the most.
The one that's, okay, let me think. Like the journey thing, where did I read that again? Oh, I think it's, if I'm not mistaken, I think one of it is called like The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck.
I wrote both of that of Mark Manson's books.
Yeah, it wrote, I think if I'm not mistaken, it's that book. It mentioned something about that. And no. I think it's, have you read Atomic Habits?
Yes.
Yeah, it mentioned something about that, I think. I think it's either one of these two. I kind of forgot.
Yeah.
I read it like 3-4 years ago. But the principles really sticks to me because I remember when I first started reading, every book I read is like, wow, I just feel like the lessons are so profound, and it's not the things you learn in school.
Correct.
Because the things you learn in school, it teach you how to be a good employee. But the things you learn,
They don't teach you how to live. They don't teach you how to navigate. They don't teach you about how to deal with your emotions when you have a downfall.
yes,
Done.
and that's what you get from books.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the best part is sometimes with ebooks now, even cheaper.
But I mean, for me, I love the physical book.
Yeah.
I love
the
both.
smell. I love the smell.
I love both.
Same.
Like, because if I really, really love a book, like I started out with ebooks first for the Mark Manson one. I've got both, The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck, and the other one is, I forgot the other one.
Something similar. It's a blue color
similar.
one.
Yeah, it's a blue color one. So I ended up getting like the physical books.
copy.
Yeah, because for me, sometimes like some books, like I think I was on the Dark Manipulation.
48 Laws of Power.
Yes, that one.
Dang.
But there are some books that are just so long-winded, So long-winded to the point where, okay, I try to read. Halfway I want to fall asleep. Tomorrow, I try to read again. And then I'm going to close it. And only on the day that I really, really feel like very semangat, I want to read. Then I can go through it. Because, so with an ebook, I'm just in the car and I listen.
So
Yeah,
nice.
you let the phone read for you, ka, and then you listen to it, ka?
Kind of. They read it to you, I think.
Yeah,
Kindle-
they read it to me,
Kindle.
and sometimes it's from the author itself. So
Oh, nice,
yeah, so
nice.
instead of me keep on like, okay, maybe the next vacation or next flight, then I open that book, I'll just play it in the car.
Yeah, I really like that. Something
Yeah.
I need to get into a lot because recently I didn't read as much. But I definitely need to get into that.
Audiobooks are great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because for me, I'm like, oh my god, like. The Mark Manson book, I'm like, how long have I used this in every single vacation? Haven't
Yeah.
finished,
Yeah.
So I decided, okay, let's try. Because the first few times when I tried audiobooks, Not really. Tak boleh masuk. I don't know why. Maybe it's just that you're so used to flipping pages. But this time around, when I said like, okay, my mission is to read a certain number of books or number of pages in a day. Then I said like, okay lah, cannot like this. Maybe let's retry that. And it worked. Finished 2 books already. Woo.
Nice. So you set like a target for yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, but that one book that really stood out is something that I read like last year. It's called The Millionaire Fast Lane.
Ooh.
It's talking about a lot of like the entrepreneurial mindset basically, and how to be a millionaire basically. And it debunked a lot of like the stuff like from school. It's like people, you know, they will go to school, they get a degree and maybe they can get like a 4-5K salary. And it's like, oh, you know what? I want to earn more money. And then they go get master just to get like maybe 5-6K. And then, but with that method, it's like you have to work for the rest of your life just to get like paycheck to paycheck to paycheck. And then, yeah. And then with that book, it gave me like a new perspective when it comes to business, like how to scale and make money. They call it asymmetrically. It's like, for example,
What's
like
the
the
word?
authors, asymmetrically. It's like instead of just plus minus, it's like you multiply it. Like just think about like how when you buy a book,
Yeah.
the author wrote it once,
Correct.
and one people buy him to take like $50, like millions people buy. He makes so much money. So he only do once.
And
It's like that kind of business method, you know.
And books, it lasts forever.
Yeah.
Like
Yes.
we are reading now a lot of books that were published, like especially self-help books. Some of it is like 1948,
Yeah, but
1956, you know, and it
The-
resonates until today.
Yeah, and the lessons are timeless.
Correct.
Yeah. So, and it comes to, when you look at like courses like gurus, you look at these gurus, it's like they're very like, you know, some of them like scam lah.
Correct.
But-
Yeah.
But their methods,
Work.
you have to analyze, look at the methods. They can scam so many people. People buy their courses. Blah, blah, blah. See, you can call them halfway scam the one, but they're making money.
They're still
smart.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
And it's so funny because especially like these gurus, right? You see it on YouTube, and probably like 2-3 years behind, they were getting bashed for scamming, but it's still there, man.
Yeah.
They're still making money.
You're still making money.
Yeah.
These scams.
A lot of the gurus like maybe meditation punya kah, and all the
Or like teach you how to trade the stock market kind of stuff.
All those ads on YouTube.
Yeah, kind of thing.
But then again, with social media, like nowadays, you know that most of the things are very planted.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of successes that you see
Not real.
on content, it's not real.
All right. I want to ask Dickson now that because you mentioned about education pretty much a few times. What do you think of the current education system? You went through it. Did you go to a public school or private school?
In high school, I went to Tunku.
Private
Yeah,
school.
private school, yeah.
So the whole curriculum is different than
The
conventional one lah.
It's-
But do you generally have an idea about the education system in Malaysia, right? Maybe not specific, maybe not into so much details, but do you have something to criticize about it that could be improved?
No, I feel like high school is good. High school is fine. Because in high school, you know, your mind is still developing. Because in school, it's not just about the education. It's not just about the grades. It's about the people you meet, making friends. It's about the social skills. That thing is very valuable. I find very valuable as well. But the problem comes in, I feel like college or like getting the degree, the master's kind of thing.
You have problems with those things.
I wouldn't say I have a problem with those. It's just, I mean, it is how it is.
It is.
Yeah, it is
what
how
it is.
But when you think about it, it's a business.
Yeah.
They want people. They're sort of like, oh, you know, get in the top leading jobs, blah blah blah. It's like they just sort of like trick you into getting like, how to say, like, you know, getting a degree basically, but
ensures that you have a job.
Yeah.
in the future.
Even the job is not the best deal. Oh, I don't know. That's how I see it. Even getting a job, I don't think it's like a good deal. I don't know. I mean, everyone wants different thing, but for me, it's just I did sort of talk about this with my friends before. Then they just argue with me something like, you know, not everyone want to be the most successful person.
Yeah.
Not everyone wants to be this. Yeah, I mean,
You are very correct.
They do have a point, lah.
Yeah.
But at the same,
I actually recently talked about this with my friend as well. We were in the car. He was sending me off. I don't want to be a boss.
Yeah.
I don't want to be. I
Yeah,
don't want to have a
everyone is
headache all the
different.
time.
I don't want to manage people.
Yeah, I don't want to
Yeah.
manage people. I just want to be like working and going back home to my cats.
Yeah.
Those kind of things.
Yeah.
I think it depends
Yeah.
on individual. Some
Yeah.
people
Yeah,
love the
definitely.
routine. Some
Yeah.
people literally like they wake up in the morning like so
Yeah.
happy. I'm like, what's wrong with you? You know? But they really like love just doing whatever they do. And then there's people like us that's everything not enough.
Yeah,
We just want more.
Yeah.
But it's true.
No,
kan?
each of
Like,
us
you wake
here
up,
has-
oh my God, I want that. I want that.
yeah. Each of us here have our own perspective and
Yes.
aspirations.
There's
in
no
life.
right or wrong, lah, to be
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no right or wrong lah.
He's very driven in life. I'm very chilled and sometimes a bit passionate here and there, but sometimes also kind of lazy.
Yeah, there's no one way to
Yeah.
live life. Any way is like if it makes you happy, then that's good enough.
And it's
Yeah.
one of the
Yeah.
charms about being that person, you know. Tasha is doing her stuff. Yeah, I mean, Tasha for me is a golden voice. She's a golden voice of Sarawak.
Iconic. I listened to her since I was a kid.
Yeah.
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 And now I'm talking to her. I know I'm like interacting one can like got response on when I talk to her.
These type of things, you know. So I mean, for you to be a golden voice in Sarawak, in Kuching, and everybody recognize you.
I
for your
agree.
voice,
I agree with that one.
it's
I
not something
agree.
everybody can do, bah. So yeah.
I still don't think that way
there's
though.
no more. There's not another Natasha. You get me?
Yeah,
Only one.
Yeah,
I never feel that.
really.
I
That's
never feel
truly.
that.
Yeah.
I would be like how Dickson say that I don't know how to like see my past
I wish-
achievement.
It's like that. It's like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I honestly wish that you would still be on the radio sometimes. You know?
Aw.
Honestly.
Yeah. I feel like it's
Honestly.
iconic lah.
Oh, thank you so
Yeah.
much. Terima kasih. Tomorrow I wake up.
I'm just
I strive
happy
for
that
more.
I'm doing this podcast with you, but your podcast voice different lah from your radio voice.
Same
Because
only.
now you're talking, bah.
Yeah.
You don't
I
same
think-
only
No,
on your
the thing
radio,
is,
bah.
like how to say, I'm not sure if you noticed this, but for me, I have way too many voices.
Yeah,
it
of
depends
course.
on who I'm talking
Of
to.
course.
Like, you know, like sometimes when I'm with you, I can be completely macam like
Yeah.
we speak like very stupid.
So when
know,
you
very
switch
stupid.
into your radio voice,
Uh-huh.
you know, you when you switch into your radio voice, I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
That's not my
I
radio
heard
voice,
your
you know.
Radio voice just now when you introduce yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
See?
So that radio
See?
voice is my serious voice. So trust me, even like my exes will get that voice if I'm serious about stuff.
No, when she does emceeing, hosting, and all
Yeah.
this stuff, she uses that character. You know,
like when you need to
So-
like get people's attention. So it also happens when I get angry. So like when I'm trying to get my not like in a cursing way, but more when I take when I'm trying
Stern,
to take my point
firm.
across and I'm stern about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess everybody is with their own accolades, I would
Yes.
say.
Oh yes.
Let's celebrate each other today.
Dixon, before we wrap up the episode, anything you want to say beforehand? I mean, thank you so much again for actually wanting to be on part of our
Yeah.
You know, it made me
show.
so happy because like we haven't been in this podcast for 3 months. So when I reached out to
This
him,
girl,
yeah, when I reached out to him and he said like, you know what, I've always watched your podcast and I've always dreamed of being in your podcast. I'm like, I want to cry, ba.
Really?
Yeah, because we are not sponsored, you know, like we don't get any money.
We
from
don't
doing
get any
this
money
podcast.
doing this, but
Yeah, we just thankfully we also have Afiq, even though we're not generating an income, but we love getting to know people like you, not just because you're a fashion designer, not just because like Bretman Rock has worn your outfits, but because like your brain is something, you know?
really?
And
Thank
your
you.
brain is something, and we need more people like you.
Yeah, I feel like this may be something you can work towards too, because I feel like maybe there's a lot of interesting maybe for now like Sarawakins, like you can invite them to like just interview them too.
Yeah.
Because
just
like,
regular people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what we also do.
Because as you mentioned just now, like doing this is like not for the money, because sometimes how to say maybe you don't see the value in like monetary terms, but there's definitely like some like how to say like a non-monetary terms value I'd say lah.
Yeah, I do. Like because I get to meet people like you, and the whole reason, like interviewing in radio is very different because it's mostly like, oh, okay. Imagine if you're on radio, you'll be just talking about your pieces, going to this, get everybody to go there. But I want to know the person behind your name. I want to know like who you are.
Yeah.
Because for me,
Thank you.
everybody talks about their wins.
Yeah.
But I won't take advice from somebody who has forgotten their struggles. Yeah, because some people, macam like you told me like even though like for you have no problem. Even got struggle also you just
Yeah.
and that's what I love about it.
I love
Thank
that
you.
about
I love
you,
how
man.
you solve.
If I struggle, complain to
You complain to me in a 52
complain to that.
podcast
Yeah.
episode,
This podcast also become our renting space also lah.
which is fine.
Yeah, get to like release a bit. Oh yeah, just now you mentioned something about like no, I don't think I'll criticize like the school system because everyone wants different thing. But at the same time, without school, there will be no doctors, no lawyers and stuff.
Correct.
Yeah, it's like what the
Nobody-
world needs.
Nobody to
Nobody
help
want
us
to take care of
later.
my heart later.
Yeah. Different already that.
Yeah, so
See,
it's,
I fix smile already. Say you mengada-ngada.
yeah, so I would say it's good. How to say?
Can be
Yeah,
improved lah.
yeah, can be. I mean, definitely can be improved lah. Yeah, I'd
Can be
say.
improved lah. I think Malaysia as a whole right now, we are doing great, but Sarawak is doing greater. I'm just proud of being a Sarawakian at this moment of time because people always put us behind, you know, like
Really,
the perspective is Sarawak is this and that, but nowadays we are championing something that is needed by the whole world, you know.
Yeah.
I never thought about that. I was always just really like, yeah, man, Sarawak all the way. Don't care what you think. Like Sarawak based.
Because I'm me, bah, I can quite negative about things sometimes. What to do, bah?
What to do? One day you will be whatever you want lah.
Okay
You want
lah.
to stay negative also can lah.
No one need to be more positive like him.
I'm not always positive lah. I get very negative also, and that's why I keep wanting to. I'm never satisfied with stuff.
You know, if
That's
you
one
need a
more.
place to rant publicly, you're very much welcome
Yeah.
to come here again.
Apparently, this is the second. Like yesterday we had the therapy session ready for you.
For me?
Yeah.
Yeah. So thank you again, Dickson, for joining us on the podcast, the Just Saying podcast. If you want to check out his designs and stuff, what's the Instagram?
The Dickson Lim.
Yes. What's the TikTok?
The Dickson Lim.
And what's the Facebook?
The Dickson Lim.
I love it. That's the charm.
I hope one day I got the chance to wear your outfits also.
Can.
Eee.
I hope I will have an event that will enable me to wear something that.
Kan?
Yeah, macam for now everything is formal lah.
Preferably all three of us together there.
Yeah, so yeah, again, Natasha, you want to add something?
No, I just want to be. You're a very inspiring person, and I love the fact that
Thank
you are
you, thank
here. You took time to spend time with
No,
us.
I'm really happy to be here because I just love to try new things, you know. and with you too, it's like one of the golden boys in Sarawak, so it's really an honor for me.
Oh, thank you so much. Okay, Yusuf.
Kembang hidung?
Sebelum
Cukup hidung kembang?
saya punya hidung memang kembang. Asian, tidak ada sharp nose. Okay.
Dah, we wrap up already. Thank you. Yeah, see you guys on the next episode of the Just Saying podcast.
Ta-ta.
Bye bye.